Why do you like to be happy?
It's a hard question.
Wait.
Tough question, Shannon.
This question was pondered by an ancient Greek philosopher named Aristotle over 2,000 years ago. Aristotle wrote a book called Ethics, which endeavored to explain man's problems and the conduct of life. The first part of this book dealt with happiness, what it was, how it could be achieved, and what was the source of it. Ideas no one had dared ponder before. And this was just the beginning of Aristotle's deep exploration into the enigma of happiness. So what kind of questions did he try to answer?
I mean, some different things make different people happy.
What makes me happy is just getting what I want, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
And what's yours?
Doing the things I like and having fun and getting what I want, like he said.
That's like the same thing, but we're kind of similar.
Different people get happiness from doing different things. So different aspects of their life. If someone needs other people to be with, they need other people to be happy. If that's what makes them happy, if it makes them happy being sitting and content and thinking about something or reading a good book, they don't want other people around. So I think everybody's different.
It's different for everybody.
Okay, that makes sense.
Some might say that happiness in itself is a different experience for everyone, but Aristotle begged to differ. He believed that there is only one true universal form of happiness, and while it may be achieved through different experiences, it is, in essence, the same for all men.
Happiness just basically makes you feel better about your life and who you are, and if you're unhappy, you don't have those endorphins being released, and so you're kind of miserable. It potentially leads to depression, sadness. I think that's the same for everybody, so of course it's everybody.
So it is the same.
Probably. But the definition of what happiness is different for everyone.
It's probably one of the most important things, Shannon.
I would say
No.
the goal for life is to be happy, but it's not the most important thing.
I think
You have to be a bit sad in order to, do good. You have to suffer a bit to do good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I could answer that, because part of me says yes and part of me says there's other things, but everything boils down to your own personal well-being, and personal well-being is you being content with your life.
Aristotle believed that in the long run, everyone's ultimate goal is their own happiness, and their reasoning for all their actions is in order to be happy, even if they don't realize it.
I think that you can be happy if you're content, but I'm not quite sure if you're content that you're happy. Because you can be content, right? And then it's like, okay, you're not unhappy. You're kind of going through life and everything is okay, but you might not be happy.
It's not natural to be happy all the time.
Everybody.
So people need like natural highs and lows in their life.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's natural. You want to have that.
There's a big relationship between it, because if you're knowledgeable, you know what can make you happy and what can make you sad. So.
Well, I feel like the more you know somebody and more you know about them, the happier you'll be.
The more you know, you control your mind.
I think being smarter is one of the elements that can help you have a more happy life, because if you're smarter, then sometimes you'll be more successful.
Like
Knowledge,
smarter.
okay.
Knowledge
So
can
if you have a lot of knowledge, you might be
Having
sad
knowledge
because
can
you
get
might
you
know
stuff.
some stuff.
Having
That's
knowledge can
bad.
get you stuff.
You might be aware of some stuff that's going on. It might make you sad.
Or it
It's
can
a
make you
question.
happy. It can make you happy.
Or it can make you happy if you're that kind of person.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea about ignorance is bliss, though? Do you think that you can be happier if you don't know certain things? Like knowledge can contribute to sadness?
No, because that can hurt you in the long run. So it's better to know everything that you can know, so that you're happy.
But then, do you think some knowledge can make you unhappy?
Definitely. Too much thinking can take you out of your
Knowledge and contentment are two aspects of life that people commonly associate with happiness. But there has to be more.
With what I have lived, but I'm certain
Having friends.
Getting what you want.
I believe in positivity, so I try to make sure I do that a lot. And I think that goes for anybody.
Having fun.
Getting nourished.
If you have the ability to determine what can make you happy and what can make you unhappy, and how to adjust that, well then yes, you can be happier.
Can wealth make you happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're feeling sad and you want to be happy, what would you do?
I would get a bowl of water and then get a flashlight and then shine the light through the bowl of water and then make a rainbow.
Aristotle believed that knowledge, friendship, wealth, health, and virtue all are important elements to a happy life.
I think the things around you, like other influences, also have to be positive in your life to make your life be happy.
You don't want people that'll bring you down.
Yeah. You want people that are going to aid you along the way.
Like, we have a lot of negative people around us and negative things that happen. So in order for you to feel happy, you have to think differently.
Bitterness. My soul once was blessed, but it didn't take, I guess. So I'll deal with what I have left.
Can you be too happy? That was our
No, you can't.
No.
No?
There's no
Think
there's
about
no cap.
Are you going to
There's
be
no-
sad because you're too happy?
Maybe.
That
You're
doesn't make
not.
any sense. It depends
What
on
if
the
it results
reason.
in like debauchery and overindulgence to the point of like
Well,
self-destruction?
then that'll make you sad, so it all evens
So that,
out
yeah,
in
exactly.
the long run.
So technically you're happy.
No, you're not.
Technically, you get sad because you're too happy, but it really too happy might be the cause, but it's not. It's an emotion. Well, the overindulgence is the cause.
I would say the older you get.
Because he's an old man, right?
I'm 43, and when I turned 40, happiness to me meant everything. So it wasn't about pleasing people in my circle, making sure I make everybody else happy, and I live a miserable life. Now it's like I'm happy, and I'm going to live my life whether you like it or not.
It's a different kind of happiness.
It's a different kind of happiness.
Well, if your age matters because
It all depends on
other
the
things
person.
make you happy if you're younger or if you're older and more mature.
When you're younger, when you're very little, you're content and you're happy when you're fed and you're cared for. But on the other hand, as you get older, you understand the things that you can't get and what you can do to get them. And so I think that you have the possibility of controlling your happiness a little bit more as you get older, and you can recognize that the happiness can come.
If you're just happy with your life, you know?
You know, you don't.
If you're happy with the way it is.
I regret everything. You know.
But if you're like, yes, I'm glad my life went that way, then you're like,
I don't, and I guess me personally, I don't look at the past to determine if I'm happy. I look at the present.
Well, if you're about to die and you sit back and think about your life, then I believe that if you do think you've lived a happy life, then you've lived a happy life.
What Anna Muller just said is exactly what Aristotle meant.
Well, if you're about to die and you sit back and think about your life, then I believe that if you do think you've lived a happy life, then you've lived a happy life.
One cannot know in a single moment during their life whether or not it has been happy. They can only look back on their life as they're about to die. There's no way to know in the moment. You can only know looking back.